Hello, YouTube, and I'm back, as promised, to give you the investment basics for beginners, the disheartened, and the crypto crypto curious. Right? I'm gonna help you build your crypto portfolio. We want to build a long-term portfolio, but the strategy that I'm gonna be giving you is gonna have like a mid-term strategy, and then before we launch into the long-term strategy. Right? I'm gonna try and make it as simple and as basic as possible. As painless as possible, because I know a lot of you have this negative block in front of you that crypto is just too hard, investing is just too hard. I'm going to try and knock it down, at least try, right? Now, investing isn't hard. Like, if you think about it, right? If you've ever had to make any decisions for a job, where they had many options for jobs, universities, you wanted to pick the right university, or even a partner, right? You always look at your skills or the outcome you want, and then it helps you pick the right place to be. It's kind of almost like investing, right? You just have to understand the ecosystem that you want to invest in, understand how it works, right? And then from how it works, find out who brings the most value into that ecosystem. That's just the basic way to look at it. And then when you see the players that bring the most value into that ecosystem, that already gives you your cues of those are the people to put your money in, right? That's how it works. Just like say Elon Musk when he came up with Tesla, there was a lot of talk about going green and saving the environment. He came up with the electric vehicles, right? Okay, Tesla being green is debatable, but I just want to put my point across. So he took advantage of that gap, and people that saw that and were also in tune with the environment and what was going on invested in it early, and a few years later, they made bank because they saw that and they understood the ecosystem, the environment, and everything like that. They made money. Same thing with Apple, Google, Amazon. All these stocks are now astronomical prices, but there's people that saw them when they were still, you know, 20 bucks or even less, until they were, in the thousands. So now it's kind of like, biotech and cryptocurrency. In this video, I'm going to be talking about cryptocurrency, but it's the same mentality you want to engage in. You want to see things before they blow up too much, right? And then that's where you can make the most money. So the investment strategy that I'm going to be giving you is based on the market now. Bitcoin is about 49.50K at the moment. So, prices have kind of the market has kind of taken off, and, you're not going to be coming in at the bottom. That's why I want to kind of introduce like a mid-term strategy for you guys before we launch into the long-term strategy, right? So based on the market being now, first off, I'd say forget about Bitcoin, right? Let Bitcoin run. Bitcoin is the granddaddy. We're not going to be saying, oh, we're not trying to discredit it to say that Bitcoin is useless. No. What it is that Bitcoin has a large market cap, right? For every 2 or 3x that Bitcoin will do, the mid cap to the micro cap coins will probably do more. They'll be doing the 10x's and so forth, right? That's where you'll get the bigger gains. So let's leave Bitcoin out for now, right? For now, because we want to be able to increase our bag, our capital, so that when the bear market comes, we have some bags to go shopping, right? So what we're going to do is look for the mid caps to the micro caps that are still below the all-time high, right? Now, I'll give you an example. We're probably going to have a mid cap or a micro cap that's probably 40% from its all-time high. We go in now, we're kind of almost guaranteed to get that 40% return on our investment. Why? Because all assets tend to always revisit the all-time high and go over, depending obviously on the asset. Because the assets that I'm going to be giving you are assets with good fundamentals, like I explained before, good fundamentals with use cases. Because you want to invest in assets which have use cases in the real world already. You don't want to invest in something that's just got a promise, or that's just when you want to get into something that's safe and less risky, you want to get into something that's already in use, right? Want to get into it before its all-time high, so that you can almost kind of guarantee that that profit from the percentage it is below its all-time high. So say something is 40% below its all-time high. If you invest now, you're almost guaranteed to get that 40% return on the investment you put in. Now, based on that thinking, once you invest your money and is approaching all-time high, or just before it hits all-time high, you want to take some profits out. In fact, you want to take the 40% profits out, right? Why? Because usually, psychologically, when most assets hit all-time high, people sell to take profits. When people sell to take profits, the price comes down. Now, when the price comes down, you reinvest that 40%, and now you increase your bag, which means that the percentage return on your investment is also now bigger. When that money doubles, you take your initial investment out. And now what? You're running on house money. At this point, you can't lose, because even if everything goes to zero, you've still got your initial investment, right? But unlikely. Once that house money now doubles again, take 25% profit. If it keeps going, just if it goes another double, take another 25%. Now we're trying to take off money when we are approaching the top of the market. Now we can't predict the top of the market, so I don't want to say that we always know the top of the market. It's actually one of the worst things you can do to try and predict the top or even the bottom, right? But history tells us that when things start going parabolic, which is the price is just shooting straight up in a straight line, we are approaching the top, because that's euphoria. This is when people come into the market late. The retail investors, like you and me, but without necessarily a good strategy. These are the people that want to be overnight millionaires. And this is what I'm trying to also kind of like avoid you from doing, because a lot of people are going to come when the market has already passed its all-time high and it's reached new highs, and then they come in because now they're believing like, oh, there's some profit being made in this asset or whatever, and then they pump that money in. And usually when they start pumping that money in, it's not too far off when it starts to retrace and we're about to go into a bear market. That's the time when we're taking our money out, right? And then we take that money out, we put it into a stable coin, which is what now a stable coin is like DAI, USDT or USDC. These are coins that track the price of the US dollar. So they are not, that USDT and USDC and DAI aren't as volatile as the crypto assets that we're investing in. So if crypto asset goes down 50%, 60%, it stays stable where it is, pegging the US dollar. So that's where we park our money, right? Why are we parking our money? Because we're waiting for the depths of the bear market. We want to get into these assets at prices lower than what we have got into them now. And this is when we will buy our Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is going to be cheaper than 50K at some point in the bear market. We want to get in at those lower prices, because because entry is everything in the market. Once we get in at those lower prices, then we can just leave those assets to run Bitcoin forever. The other mid caps and everything for at least 5 years. We'll be tracking them to see what the news is and how they're growing and everything like that. But those are bags we are holding where we do not even touch them. How many do I suggest you invest in? I suggest about a maximum of 5 coins for the mid caps and Bitcoin. So I'll probably recommend Bitcoin, Ethereum, Chainlink, your Uniswaps and everything like that. I'll give you the coins in the next video, because I just want to keep this video short. I'm trying to keep the videos short. So for this video, I'll just give you a scope of what the strategy is. Next video, I'll give you the coins that I would suggest that you probably want to get into. Now, again, this isn't financial advice, because I'm not a registered financial advisor, but these are the strategies that I would be using if I was getting into the market now, and based on other researches, and it is likely to work. Again, it's crypto. Like any market where there's buyers and sellers, nothing is guaranteed. Prices fall, prices rise. That is the risk. But again, where is there no risk? There's risk even in going to work. You could be walking out the house and you could be hit by a bus. You could go to work and you get fired. Everything carries risk, right? We should not look at anything as a sure shot. You should not be coming into the crypto space to try and be an overnight millionaire. You can be a millionaire. So all you have to do is be patient. You have to understand that there's risk, right? Invest what you can afford to lose. Listen to that again. Invest what you can afford to lose. So if you want to come into the market, make sure that what you put in, if you do lose it, it's not gonna. You're still gonna eat. Your children are gonna eat. You're gonna have clothes on your back. You can pay your fees, whatever it is you need to kind of like sustain your everyday living. You want to be able to do that. So please understand that. There is nothing you can always say is 100%. Now, if you have other things that you probably want to sell, like a car, to be able to get your investment in, or you want to just save more, take something, stop spending on certain things to increase your capital to invest, then by all means do that, because it would be worth it at the end of the day, right? So I think for this one, this is the strategy that I would, this is what I would probably suggest and recommend as a strategy. And in the next video, I'm just going to give you the coins that I would invest in at this point in time, and then you can be the judge. Do your own research as well. I'll be able to give you where you can do your research if you want to kind of like cross-check information. Never take everything that anyone says as gospel, right? You should be able to cross-check information and also research on your own. It is dangerous to just always take people's word for it, even mine, right? Do your own research as well. Right. Next video, I shall be giving you some coins. And if you have any questions, just leave them in the comments box and let me know. And then I will address them once I get a chance to. Yeah, I think that's all. See you in the next video. Peace out. Bye.